Hello. So this is a video that's a follow-up to a video that I done on winter composting, chop and drop. Already I can hear the groans. There's no vegetables in this video. We're moving into winter now, so everything that's going to be harvested has been harvested. So all we can do now is prepare for next year. And in preparation for next year, we're preparing our soil. That's what we're doing here at Homegrown Veg. But hey, you have a choice. You can stick with this on YouTube, or if you're in the States, if you're in the US, you can go and watch the telly, and no doubt you've got wall-to-wall coverage of the impeachment process. We're following it over here in the UK, but added to that, we've got Brexit, and we've got a general election. It's wall-to-wall lies. Wall-to-wall lies. This is truth. Stay here. Look, I'll give you a minute to make your mind up. Okay, still with us? Hey, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Okay, oh, and by the way, I've got a treat. If you're an American historian, if you want to know something about George Washington's early life, I've got something on the back end of this video. I know you'll enjoy that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going out in the garden shortly. This chop and drop is a mixture of seaweed and leaves. I put some of it on some 10-inch water buckets, and I put some of it spread in a thin layer on the top of a raised bed, on the top of 3 raised beds actually. And the chop and drop on the water buckets were filled with garden soil, just shy about 2 inches of the rim, and then topped up with chop and drop to allow that to be worked on by the environment really. Whatever lives in the soil can eat it, and the wind and the rain and the frost and the snow force it down into that soil, and make the soil that much better for next year when we growing it again. But hey, let's not hang about, let's go outside, let's have a look at where we are today. And right now I'm going to clip into this video some material that you might have seen before. It's the chop and drop being put on the buckets, put on the raised bed. Check out the level of chop and drop on the buckets. Check out the covering, the depth of covering on the raised bed. It's not deep, it doesn't need to be deep, but there was about a bag full of chop and drop went on there. tend to do now is to check after a month if all that chop and drop is still there, or if some of it has actually found its way into the soil, in the buckets, in the beds. Okay, we'll go out and do that, then we'll come back here and we'll wind up. Come on. Whew, boy. Brexit. General election. Impeachment. Ho, 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 ho. Come on. You need a break. I need a break. Come on. These buckets have been standing out now about a month with the capping of chop and drop on them. Check out how much chop and drop was put on these buckets from this still, then come back to me. Hey, what do you think? I think this chop and drop's disappearing, don't you? It's certainly not up to the rim of the buckets now, and it was when I filled them. So something's happening. Right, let's go down and have a look at that raised bed. This is one of my raised beds that was covered with chop and drop. Check this out. This was a bag of chop and drop that was emptied out onto the raised bed, and check out the pile that that bag made. Right, now let's rake this chop and drop up and see if the pile's just as big or has some of this chop and drop disappeared. Let's check it out. What do you think? Is that pile just as big, or is it smaller? It looks smaller to me. Check this out again. Yeah, it looks smaller to me. Right. Let's go back indoors because it's quite cold out here today, and we'll wind this video up. Okay, that didn't take long. And this tea is still warm, which I'm pleased about because it is quite cold out there. What do you think? What do you think of the chop and drop in the buckets? It looks to me as though it's disappearing into that bucket. And what about the chop and drop on the raised bed? It looks as though it's disappearing into the bed, into the soil. And as any gardener will tell you, the best soil in their garden is under the compost pile. Hey, this is how to do it. This is how to do it. Okay, right. If you've got this far, you're going to see a little bit of American history. I spotted this article in a local newspaper, and I took some cuttings and there you're going to read those now, so you're going to need your glasses on. And also I took a picture of a couple of nice plaques that I found, one in the local churchyard and one just round the corner on a building. They're interesting. They're interesting. And the article, incidentally, was written by a local historian. You'll find a name on top of that article. I'm sure if you Googled her, if you want to know any more information on that particular subject, I'm sure she would oblige. Okay, so this is homegrown veg signing out.